How's it going, my good people? In this video I'm going to be showing you how to weld this the structure part to the sheet. I already did 3 spots here, and what was happening is, as you can see from this gigantic gap here, many of these cars were glued basically from the factory. Let's see here, it's up here a little bit. Do a spot there, and so the structure actually separates from the sheet, which is because the factory glue is junk. The proper job is doing what I'm doing, what I'm showing you now, is welding it. Used to come in a can like this, like Bondo, and then it would just over time separate. Glue over time, it will likely separate and go bad, but not welds, especially if it's stainless steel. So as you can see here, just by adding those 3 points, it's already made this very solid now. It's now very rigid. And the problem with welding this is it's very thin, the sheet, and it's a very large flat area. So if you try to weld too much at once, it's gonna fucking warp. So the trick here is using a block of ice. I just leave it on the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weld 1 spot, maybe 2, maximum 3 at a time, right? And then put the ice on it, because the ice will help it cool rapidly and prevent any warpage of the sheet. Basically what happens is when steel heats up, it expands, and then if you don't cool it rapidly, it'll stay that way. It'll stay in the new shape, the expanded shape. So when I apply the ice, it cools, it brings it back down rapidly. For this job, you have to use a MIG welder. There's no way in hell you can use a TIG welder. Number one, because this is all dirty. There's paint, there's primer, and then there's paint on the other side, which is now chipping off. I'm gonna have to redo this part. I was just gonna glue it and fuck it, just polyurethane it, but so hell, you gotta put this on the YouTube channel. So here we are. This won't take too long to redo. And number 2 reason why you can't use the TIG welder is because of the heat. The TIG welder, contrary to what I've heard a few people say, it actually puts a lot more heat into the panel. It's way more heat intensive than with the MIG, because the MIG, the wire is already melting as it comes out, basically. It's striking the arc, so a lot of the heat produced by the welding is taken up by the steel anyways, whereas TIG, you're first heating up the piece. I mean, you can kind of weld a piece of metal at the same time, but a piece of rod, I should say. You could put a rod over it and then just give it a quick zap. But it's usually a lot more heat intensive, so it's a lot harder. And with the angle here too, it's a lot harder and pretty much impossible to do with a TIG welder. Now let's say, and this is kind of difficult. It's a bit of a. I'm doing this video because it's kind of tricky, because you might think to yourself, well, if it was a new panel, why don't you just get it sandblasted? Even if you get it sandblasted, the sandblasting only reaches exposed steel. Like way in there, you've got these fucking gaps, which I also hate. At some point I might, I wish I could just close these up, but at that point I'm just rather just make whole new panel or whole new carve. But anyways, you can't get the sand in behind these, gaps here, really. I mean, if maybe over here, but not over here where it's like sandwiched together. You can't get the sand in there. So then you could think, well, maybe you could do a chemical bath. That's expensive, not easy to find. But let's say you do find the place. A lot of these materials, fiberglass and polyurethane, they're pretty indestructible chemically. So, from what I've heard, I've never actually done that, but I went to a place that did do it, and they say it's, there's no chemicals that remove it. And you'd still have to have a gap for the chemicals to reach there. So, the MIG is great because it actually just welds, creates a heat zone, and just melts off any garbage. And then that's what happens here. It just melts off whatever paint, body filler, junk, rust is on the other side. So, enough chit chat, enough shit chat. Let's get the welder going. Let's get showing the road. Reach for vodka tonight. Get my ice handy. Just use like a yogurt cup, fill it with water, throw it in the freezer. Also give it a bit of time for the water to evaporate. To go on the other side, channel, chip off the get crap on the other side, right? Bubbles through. So then you just gotta off like that. Well, that's not nice. It's kind of peeling off here. I will admit to you, I didn't do I just kind of repaired this this is a new trunk lid, and it was already painted. I just didn't do anything to it. Ideally, you'd get it to bare steel and then redo it, but I just applied body filler and primed on top of whatever was there before. I've got a new another trunk lid, so that's why I'm kind of not caring about this one too much. And I mean, it'll probably stay there. I think I run out of gas, welding gas. Try, and don't ask me how I know this, but if you try to do more than 3 spots at a time, you'll warp the panel. Usually the first spots are just really to just burn off the paint and whatever's on the other side. Case. Let me know in the comment section if you have ever seen cars like this, factory glued panels. And now it's just a matter of doing the rest of the spots. And you see that even when I'm using the ice, you have to be very careful. Older cars, you don't have to. You have a little bit more. It's a little bit more forgiving because you can't put. They're usually made with thicker panels. Thicker steel, so the heat isn't such a problem. So you might get away with 3 consecutive spots. But this panel, it's very thin. Cars over here were made small, light, and fuel efficient. Most were 4-cylinder engines. So everything is kind of light. So the sheet is actually pretty thin. But yeah, hope this helps.